Welcome back to Let's Play Virgie's Last Reward. Something bad happened. Let's find out. Oh, come on, spill it.
Alice is... Just come with me.
Ah.
She's in the crew quarters.
Yep. As we suspected. This is, in fact, playing out the same. I mean, I don't see our decision up to this point would do that. Like, would change how all this went down. What? No, this isn't real. All I could hear was Zero's words echoing in my ears. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. You've never been in turbulence, it's hard to explain. Feel the sudden alien weightlessness of a long fall. Just for a moment, you're painfully aware of the fact that you are thousands of feet above the earth, in a flimsy machine made by fallible men, kept aloft by a scientific principle that nobody actually understands. Never seen a friend dead, it's hard to explain. I was a little like that. I knelt down beside Alice's body and pressed a shaking hand to her throat. No pulse. The skin already turned pale. The thing in front of me looked like a human being, but it wasn't being a human any longer. Why had this happened? I knelt there for several long moments, staring blankly ahead. My throat burned and my chest was tight, and I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths and stood. Clenched my fist, took one last breath, and turned. Who found her first?
Me. I was looking for Quark on floor B and couldn't find him. So I came back here and... well, you know the rest.
Squints at Dio. I don't know if I can trust him. I can trust him as far as I can throw him, and... well, Sigma's in college. Probably throw him pretty dang far, but you get what I mean.
Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? You better not be thinking I did it.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
Kay would know.
She'd already been murdered when I got here.
How do you know she was murdered?
What? Come on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest.
Oh, that's not a scalpel this time. That's a knife. Oh. Huh. Well, that's different.
Does that look like an accident or a suicide to you?
How do you know the weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife? And it's not fair to suspect someone just because they happen to be the first one to find the body.
Yeah, Kay.
If you want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the person you should be looking at.
Who was the last person to see her?
I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
But Clover wouldn't do that, right?
Alice, why? This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me we'd catch them together. Don't do this.
Clover.
I can't trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them. They killed you, Alice.
Well, we can't pull the Radical 7... why I keep saying that? Radical 6 made her kill herself, but, like, that didn't happen this time. Oh, Clover. Clover.
I'm going to get revenge. I'll find out who killed you. And I'll...
Hey, Clover.
Shut up! Don't you talk to me! I'm sorry, Alice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she turned and ran out of the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
Temioji took off in pursuit, and I made to follow when...
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything. Think it through. There are 2 possibilities. Either Clover killed her, or she didn't. If the former is true, then I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent. After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other. In fact, they seem quite close. It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us. I doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning to feel rather accustomed to it.
Okay.
I would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Well, yes, but none of us do. None of us have ever met Alice before, right? So why would we want to kill her?
You are correct. But only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
Wait a minute. Well, maybe a golem came alive and killed her. Oh no. Cool, blimey!
Do you remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us. There is every reason to think the same person murdered Alice. Perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one. Perhaps the entire nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure, in a world of his own creation.
Why would anyone do such a horrible thing?
Presumably.
Sort of
because
reminds
they
me of
enjoy
that
killing.
Dark Brotherhood quest in Oblivion. You know the one. The one with the
Zero
big old
Senior
house.
seems to be rather disturbed.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. Could be a 10th person hiding out somewhere.
No,
Oh, why not?
there's no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that. And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Maybe. But Zero Senior has a body. You think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Well, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth.
Well, he could be lying to us.
Do you remember?
This is a rough situation, huh?
He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
I thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Dio? Luna? Kay, perhaps? Maybe Clover. There's always Tenmyoji. Fi, maybe? No, it couldn't be her. I've been with Fi the whole time we're looking for Quark. There's no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice on the chest. Wait a minute. There was one person I'd forgotten. No. Quark. It seemed like a bit of a stretch to think a kid could kill someone of Alice's size, though. I bet there were 5 real suspects. Dio, Luna, Kay, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Huh. Where had Quark gone?
10 minutes remain.
Ah, dang it.
until Ambidex game polling
This is your fault,
closes.
Dio.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A blunt but effective way to make the point.
What do you mean?
We should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us, should we disobey the rules. As such, I recommend we follow them.
The others filed out of the room, turned to face Alice. Alice, find out who did this to you. I promise. We're gonna take the... Felt my stomach settle back into its normal configuration, and the fire in my chest melted the icy hand from my spine. I stood up straight, gave Alice one last nod, walked after the others, leaving my regrets lying on the cold floor. Okay, I guess we won't pick up the bracelet. We'll need that later, though, right?
Hey, look. 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably Tenmyoji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma. After all, you're a pair, but your partner is... well, I'd rather not say it.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing Betray. She only had 1 BP left. If you'd picked Betray, you could have killed her. Of course, that's not really a problem now.
Stop that, Dio. I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust him.
Really? What's Luna's deal, anyway?
Haha. Now this is interesting. If one of you guys picks Betray, we are gonna get a show.
Dio!
Ignore him. How do you and Phi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask? Ally. Of course. Right, Phi?
I don't believe Dio for a second.
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
What?
Well, if we choose Ally and Kay chooses the opposite, then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants. But it's not as simple as just choosing Betray either. If Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
So we should both choose Ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio? As soon as you go through that door, it will be only the 2 of you in that room. I've no doubt you could overpower Phi, if you had the desire to.
Oh, give me a little credit. No one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence?
Gentle points?
What?
This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose Betray? Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration. But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
But Phi...
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it. When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it. Completely. I want to get us all out of here. We haven't beat the nonary game until we're all out of this place. I guess we won't all be getting out anymore, though.
Oh, you mean Alice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh.
At any rate, all of us choosing Betray every time is hardly ideal. We'd never escape.
What are you gonna do?
Kay needs to choose Ally. It's the only way.
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that you'll choose Ally as well.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well, yes, I suppose so.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do this. Dio!
Huh?
There's someone behind you.
What?
The moment Dio turned his head, Phi was off. With seemingly superhuman strength, she leapt through the air, across the room, and through the AB gate. Aw, yeah.
Fuck! You bitch! God damn it, Phi! Open this fucking door!
Nah, 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 nah. Oldest trick in the book. He pounded on the door, screaming, but showed no signs of opening again.
Fuck!
Well, that's the guarantee Kay needed. He gave the door one last slam for good measure, then ran to the next open one.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner. Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote?
The announcer can't hear you.
This is bullshit.
I see. This is how Phi can guarantee your choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Phi will choose Ally just went way up. After all, if you pick Ally and she betrays you, then...
Dio will have 9 points.
Exactly.
But don't you think Vi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Vi is going to choose Ally, then...
You needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose Ally.
Will you, though? Kay has 6 points. He could very easily just, you know... Whatever. Not our problem right now. Probably later, but like, you know.
We don't have much time left. Let's go.
Right.
Okay. Sigma?
Hmm?
You are going to choose Ally, right?
Of course. We both have 5 BP right now. Even if I did betray, I'd only get 3 points. It's not enough to escape. So I have to wait until the next round anyway. Make sense?
Oh, I see.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Anyway, you promised. You have to choose Ally.
Yep. This couldn't go wrong. Right, I will. Although I do get the feeling Luna wouldn't betray us anyway. Just a feeling.
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
Now, what am I gonna do? Well, I guess there isn't really any question. After all, I promised Luna I'd pick Ally. But what if she was lying to me?
I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent. And I trust him.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9.
Oh, I don't see any harm in picking Ally.
7, 6, 5,
Surely this won't come back to bite us,
3,
right?
2, 1.
Right? Well, let's find out.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Alrighty. This round could go real bad. Let's find out.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Let's take a look. Ooh. Hey, look at that. But, ooh. Clover chose Ally.
Points
Huh.
have been assigned or subtracted.
Did Tenmyoji pull out his secret whatever? Oh, you think it was the picture of Akane? That would probably convince Clover, I think.
Please check your
But then they
bracelet
picked Betray.
to see your updated bracelet points.
Wait, Quark is 9. Huh. Interesting. But where is Quark?
Thank you, Sigma.
No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Anyway, thank you too.
It was nothing. I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP.
Well, look at this.
This is the home stretch.
Look, this is what... We all pick Ally over and over again, and we get to 9 points naturally. Look at this. We'll get to pair up in the next round, too.
Because I'll choose Ally?
Yeah, you're an opponent I can trust.
If we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Whoa, hold on there. Why'd I suddenly choose Betray? I've already chosen Ally twice.
You're right.
So let's choose Ally and get the heck out of here together. Sound good?
Okay.
Come on, why you look so sad?
Well, it's just... there's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that.
Oh yeah, we'd be leaving without everyone else, huh? Yeah, oh, you mean Alice.
Oh, yes.
Still haven't found Quark either, huh?
That too.
Still, Quark's BP is 9 now. Technically, he's 1.
Why did you do that? Why did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No. Everything I told you was the truth. You have to trust me.
Yeah, so I figured as much.
I did! Look where it got me! How could you do that? You're such a jerk! How could I betray you after that? And then you...
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
What? No, of course I'm not Zero.
Then how could you know all that? Where did you find out about that stuff?
I told you,
Don't lie to me!
I'm not lying.
Forget it.
What's Tenmyoji's actual deal, though?
It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover, this isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
You mean Quark?
Yeah,
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
yes.
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Tenmyoji didn't respond, just turned and walked off towards the magenta door. Clover started to follow, then pulled up short.
Oh,
She spun her heel and headed off towards the cyan door instead. Well... So what do we do now? I guess look for Quark more or something?
What just happened? I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know. Then she chooses Ally. Tenmyoji must have said something to her before the last round started, but what? Come to think of it, didn't you choose Ally too?
Yes, I did. Fi put herself in a situation where choosing Betray would be unwise. If she had chosen Betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with Betray. And so, I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
Why didn't you choose Betray? You could be walking out of here with 9 points right now.
It's because you promised, right?
Yes, that too, I suppose.
Yeah? There was another reason?
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Fi was somehow similar to me. Something in me said, don't betray her. You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Morphogenetic intuition.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit. Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that. You're acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
Heck, man, he did you a favor and now you're gonna give him crap for it?
You chose Ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
Wait, was that... was that your intention for eating all the food? What do you mean? Master Strategist Phi is like, I'm gonna eat all this food. Only to make Kay trust me.
What?
Did you really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, then he'd have escaped and left you behind.
What are you getting at?
Well, I was thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection to him too.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
There's a Yakuza 0 joke to be made here somewhere, and I can't think of it at the moment. You tell me.
Shut up.
If we could, change the subject, where did Dio go?
Yeah, that's a good question.
He must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
So, where'd he go? Suddenly the warehouse was filled with the groan and clang of metal doors grinding shut.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required. There is the Ambidex...
Got this again. As many times as we want, huh? And that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a magenta pair.
Me too. Looks like we're pairing up again. Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Weren't the colors for the first game red, green, and blue? And we used those colors to open the magenta, yellow, and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
In the next round we had magenta, yellow, and cyan bracelets. And opened the red, green, and blue doors, right?
Yes.
This time we got magenta and yellow pairs, but also a green solo. What color doors are we supposed to open?
And where are they?
Did no one go to the other warehouse?
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
I will try and find the remaining people and their bracelets. Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve it. We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
What? Okay. Let's go. Gonna have to see her again. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case? Let's see. When do the doors open?
Still got quite a while.
An hour and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
Sounds good. Oh boy. We're on the hunt for Quark. Kay and Luna step through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. Hey, you don't think Kay's the killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe. But if he is, then Luna's in danger.
Maybe.
Dang,
You're
Phi.
not one to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Well, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling that I could trust him.
A gut feeling, huh? Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to his figure.
That's not it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
No, that's not possible.
Why not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last round, Alice's BP was 1. Luna was playing against the two of us. All she had to do was convince us to vote ally, and she could have killed Alice easily.
She would have just had to pick Betray.
Exactly.
But if she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would have let her get away with it? We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something. Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen ally. The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
Sigma's trick. So, what, you're saying Luna's the killer?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the possibility exists.
Maybe we've been a little too trusting of her. It's a possibility.
Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety. He's got a full suit of armor. I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
Alrighty. Off we go. Clover? Hey, come on, don't run away.
Run away?
Well, sure looked like you're trying to get away from us.
I wasn't running away, though I just don't want to talk to you.
Isn't that pretty much the same thing? Look, running away isn't gonna do you any good. Don't you want to find out who killed Alice? You're not gonna be able to figure out that unless you talk to people.
I don't need to.
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Who was it?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
Oh, come on, of course we're not.
Forget about it. There's no point. Doesn't matter what you tell her, she's never going to believe you. Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too. Before she...
What was it?
Why don't you figure that out yourselves? Anyway, I gotta go.
Hey, wait, Clover! Well, there she goes. Ah.
What's wrong?
I forgot to ask Clover what color her bracelet is now.
Oh. Really? That's it? Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
You saw it?
Yeah. Snuck a peek at it when she ran by. And it looks like Alice's is a blue solo.
She reached down and casually picked up Alice's bracelet off the floor.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, good idea. Wonder what it was that Clover noticed.
You mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
Fine, what did Alice notice? If I didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body. What are you doing?
I'm investigating.
What are you investigating?
What does it look like I'm investigating? I'm looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died. Huh. Found something already. Have a look.
Oh. If I held something out, it was a handkerchief stained reddish brown. Is that blood?
Looks like it. It's darker than Alice's, so it's probably been on her since before she died.
It's not hers. Whose blood is it? The old lady's, maybe? The old lady.
Maybe.
Think Alice killed her?
Who knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
I think she figured something out from this handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So, time we moved on.
Yep, time moved on. Out of this video and into the next one. Yay. I'm still bad at these. Anyway. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you guys next time.